Hey class, it's Mr. Falstrom here, and I am going to show you some more tips and tricks for Google Slides. In this video, I'm going to show you just some things that you can do to format your text, how text boxes work, how to change the font size, how to align your text, and just do some other things. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type a title. And you can see right now my title is on the left, but usually for a title, you want it in the center of the screen. So what you're going to do to center it, you're going to highlight your text. And then right here, you can see this, when I hover my mouse over it, it says align. And I'm going to click on that. And I have options here. Right now, my text is all the way to the left. If I hover it, that takes it on the left. Right here, this would put it in the center. If I click the one over here, that would put it all the way over on the right. So we're going to go ahead and center it. And then you can also make your text bold. You can italicize it, which slants it. You can underline it. You can change the color. So for this title, I'm going to make it bold, and I'm going to come over here to my fonts. And there are a ton of fonts in Google Slides that you can pick from. And if you don't see anything you like, what you can do is come up here to where it says more fonts. And there are a ton more fonts. And so basically right here, over here, I have a thing called My Fonts. These are all things that I found that I've added here to my menu. So if you scroll through and you see something that you like, and there are so many choices, let me see if I find something I actually like that I can add. Let's see. Do we have anything that looks really cool? I'm going to pick this one just because it, I don't know. So I clicked it, and I'm going to say okay. And now that font I added, it's now going to be a choice down here. It's been added to all my lists. So you can find other ones that you like and add them. And if for some reason you decide you don't like this font anymore, you can come back here and find it, and you can just click the X and get rid of it, and it won't appear anymore unless you want to come back in here and find it again. It's up to you. So I've made I got my title. I've got it bold. Let's make it a little bit bigger. You can use the plus or minus buttons if you just want to make small adjustments, like my font size, 29, 30. Or you can just click the number here and you can jump up to a bigger number. Obviously 72. That's a little too big because now this text kind of jumps over into this text box. So if I start typing words in this box, they overlap with the title, which isn't good. So the other thing I'm going to show you is, so right here, this is the size of my box that the words are supposed to fit in. So what I want to do is maybe let's make it let's kind of fit a little bit bigger. Let's kind of make the words fit in the box. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull it up. We're going to try and move. We're going to try and move this a little bit and adjust the box. That way, if you really want a really big title, now these don't really get in the way. And let's say, so one thing I want to point out is, I'm just going to grab a pen real quick. If you kind of see right here, I'm going to mark where the corners of this box are. And what that means is, it's kind of like when you get to the end of a line on a piece of paper and you have to go to the next line. So if I keep typing words, you can see as soon as I got to the end of that box, it automatically started the next line for me. So let's say maybe you like if we kind of look on these other if we look on the other slides that I did, you can see that you can see I did a bunch of smaller boxes so I could fit more information in there. So what you might want to do if you're trying to make something smaller is you just want to grab the side of this box. You can just click it, drag it, and you can see now it's adjusted the size, and you can grab it by the corner. You can do all kinds of things. So if you want to do that, that's one way. So just text boxes. If you want to do another text box, you can just, it's right up here. It's got the box with the T in it. You click it. You decide how big you want it to be. Boom. Text box. So if I click here, you can see how big this box is. I click here, you can see how big this box is. And then if you want to move it, you got to kind of hover your mouse kind of inside of it. When it turns into the, when your cursor turns into the 4 arrows, you can drag it around. If you grab it by a corner, you're not going to move the text. You're just going to change the size of the box. Like if I grab it here, that's going to change the size of the box. That doesn't move it. So you got to make sure that depending on what you want to do. What I did on my project is I went up to this little paint bucket here and it says fill color, and I used black and yellow because I thought that would make my words kind of jump out a little bit more, but you could, you don't have to do that. And if you don't like it, you can just move it back to transparent. That'll make it white again. There's also gradients, you know, they're a little fancier. But we're just going to make it transparent. Something else that you want to do if you want to, there's this little circle, this little ball at the top. If you grab that, you can tilt your text. If you click and hold on that and drag it, and 0 degrees is when it's completely regular. What else can I show you? Some other things I can show you would be some other sort of alignment things would be right here. If I want to put this right in the center of the page, like this box, I would go to my align menu right here. This would actually put it right in the middle of the box. So I don't know if you could see that. Let me undo it real quick. So look at the size of the box. You can see that there's a little bit of space down here at the bottom. It's not quite centered. So if I highlight that box and I do that, it's going to center the words perfectly in the center of the text box. And you can do some other things too. I'm actually going to get rid of this one. I'm going to click on the, I'm just going to click the edge of the box. I'm going to press the delete key on my keyboard, get rid of it. What else you can do is you can center it. So I can put it right in the middle of the screen. I can center it vertically on the screen. And yeah, you have a lot of options with text. So hopefully this gives you some ideas on things you can do. You know, we can underline it, change the color. Let me get rid of the underline, change your fonts. So you can do all kinds of creative things to make your slides stand out and have more personality and be more creative. So I hope you learned some things from this video, and I'll see you on the next one.